The competition is heating up in this year's Art Prize. Last night, you watched live right here on Wood TV 8 as the jurors announced their top picks in 5 different categories.
Tonight, we're taking it a step farther and asking members of the art community here in Grand Rapids what they have to say about those picks.
24-hour News 8 Steve Kelso is here right now with that part of the story. Steve?
Yeah, good evening, Sue. I'm joined right now by John McDonald. He's a professor at Kendall College, College of Art and Design. John, you've given us perspective in the past. We appreciate you joining us.
My pleasure.
You maybe have a bone to pick.
Yeah, I wasn't that happy with their picks. I think they were more theoretical, and the practical didn't show up. And probably one of the ones was Unchain the Neighborhood. And you know, I know where it's coming from down in Hardside, but the composition was off, the colors, and I'm sure it was a group project as it was, but it could have been better. And to be that far up the line, it's kind of a shocker.
Now these are not trained professional artists
Not
out
at
there,
all.
and you do get the message they're trying to
I do. But what I would have done probably is I would have called someone in and said, how does this look? Teach people how to draw. Teach them how to read, stuff like that. They need to know. Otherwise, they just put it together and they think it's okay. Now, if you took it to a gallery, out you'd go. So I believe, you know, if they called Kendall, we'd go down there and help them. That's not a problem. We had students that would be glad to help. They needed help. And
there's a piece of 3D art that you didn't believe should have made it.
What is a symptomatic constant? I was not happy with it all. When I look at sculpture, I look at the composition, I look at the color. I like to see the negative shapes between whatever shapes that are in the sculpture. And that one just sort of has a mound and it eases up into, you know, whatever it's going into. And it's just not that impressive. To me, it is not impressive at all.
You had some theories when we chatted earlier about how this might happen with the jurors.
Well, one of the things is I think they come in and they want to shock you, or they want to shock the neighborhood or shock the community. And the problem with that is it happens every time. So if a child jumps out of a closet every time the dad comes home, well, pretty soon the dad's going to know he's there and go, look now, you've got to do better than this. And I think that's what shock art is about. I think some of it is shock art.
There were a couple of pieces on that list, though, that did melt your butter.
Yeah. There was. I loved the wall wave vibration. That to me was excellent. It was a subtlety. It was a subtle in the shades, and you know, it's a white piece, but then you get these warm grays, you get these violet grays within the shadows of the construction. I thought that was beautiful. Similar to last year, where the artist did the paper images of the face. That was stunning, and I think this is almost there. It's just that it's a bit more abstract.
And you were also kind of stoked about Henry Brimmer's piece.
Yeah, there's something happening here. When I first drove downtown and saw it, I was amazed because I thought, oh, I see. I think it's indicative of, and this is my impression, of the violence in this country which we face today. It's a very violent country. And you know, there was a shooting today in a school. There was a policeman who was murdered out in Pennsylvania. You had a kid shot down in the street. And I think that tells the story of where we are and if this is the route we would like to take. I think it's a very good piece for what it is.
And all of this, of course, about getting that conversation started, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
All right, John McDonald, thanks for joining us
Appreciate
this afternoon. Back to you.